Hey guitar fans, YouTube, how's it going? Hey, I wanted to do a really quick video on tuning. Um, there's a lot of different ways to tune, but the one that I find to be most effective and was taught to me by my instructor, Mark Hansen, um, is basically to tune everything to A. And I'm going to show you how I do that. Now, I use this metronome app. I use this. I've shown this to you a few times, um, but I can practice my scales with this metronome app. It's really great. I guess I'll go through that another time. But anyways, so basically, I tune everything to A. So if you can find A440, which sounds like this, you can hear that. That should be what your fifth string is right here. Okay. Now, once you got that, it's not a big deal. You don't need to keep that going. You can also find that. You can find it on the piano. You can find it on YouTube. It has A440 sounds on there. Basically, any sine wave at A440 would be great. But even if you don't have that, you can still use this to get at least the rest of your guitar in tune with itself. So I'm going to turn this down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm using A string. Now, if you're basically, we're working on octaves here. So if you take your E string, you take it up to the 5th fret, you'll notice that's also A as well. So now that we have this in tune, we can take E string, 5th fret, and if you can hear, this string, my E string, is a tad bit sharp. Now what you want to make sure that you do whenever you're tuning, don't ever just go down, because at that point you've loosened your string and your tension is too loose and it's going to keep going out of tune. So you always want to go beneath the note. Now you can hear it's flat, and then we're going to bring it back up. Bring that together. Now, when you've brought it back up, you've increased that tension again so it'll stick. Okay, now if you take the D string and we go up to the 7th fret, so D, 2nd is E, F sharp, G sharp is on the 6th, and 7th. We got A again. We're still sharp, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna bring this back a little bit. We're gonna take our tuner, we're gonna go down. There we go. Now, G string, 2nd fret is also A. Sharp. And G is always a little weird. It's the string on your guitar that has the most tension. It also sometimes can be the hardest to tune. Just the intonation is different on that string than in any other string. But okay, now we're going to come all the way up here. This is your B string. 12th is your octave, so it's easy to remember. Just go 12th, come down 2 for a whole step. That's way sharp. Okay, sounds like we're in tune. So that's a great technique. The cool thing about it is, well, you can not have a tuner with you and still tune. Granted, you may be out of tune to concert tuning, but at least if you don't have a tuner around you, you're in tune to yourself. The cool thing is, if you do have a way to get A440, you could even just use your phone, just YouTube A440, and you get a sine wave at A440. Tune up that A string, then the rest of your guitar, you can tune it to itself. I think about it like this: you can do a lot of other techniques, such as using your fifth, but with that technique, I think of it kind of like railroad tracks. You may have one string that you've gotten slightly off, but by the time you get all the way up to your first string, your high E, now you're going to be way off. This one, you're always tuning to the same string, so you keep everything perfectly in tune to that one string, which keeps you from slightly varying off, and by the time you get to the end, being way out of tune. It's amazing how just being just a few cents out of tune can just make everything sound like trash. So to me, in my opinion, this is absolutely the best way to tune your guitar. Hope it helps. Comment, have questions, just comment below, and I'll be happy to reply. Have a great day.